I don't know if you've been paying attention to this podcast. It's a lot of people sharing people.
Okay.
It's a lot of
like
people
I
sharing
said,
people. How many of these stories end?
She's gonna have to talk with him.
How many of these stories end with, I don't want him to go back to his wife. He's cheating on me, but I don't want him to go back to his wife.
And then she's making a decision after speaking with him. She
I don't
has
think
to bring that to
it's
the light.
as simple as, oh, he's cheating, let me leave. Hello, classmates. I'm Robert Sawyer.
And I'm Mrs. Sawyer.
And we are
only black kids in the class.
The only black kids in the class. Not the only black kids allowed. I don't even know what to say anymore. I get so many messages. I really liked your short, but I can't follow because I don't do racist stuff. Hey, Only Black Kids in the Class is a podcast with husband and wife and husband, and all are welcome.
All.
But we are the only black kids in the class. How are you, Mrs. Sawyer?
I'm great.
How's it been?
It's been great.
Feels like it's been a while since we recorded an episode.
A little bit. But right on schedule.
Anything new with you? You getting recognized on the streets?
On the streets? No, I get some feedback.
From whom?
From people.
Oh, people.
People.
Who?
Various people.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the feedback?
Oh, they like the stories. The stories are crazy and insane, and they like our chemistry.
Whose chemistry?
Apparently, we have some chemistry.
It's all you, dear.
That's what they're saying on the streets.
You're the streets. Streets is talking, and they talk to you direct.
Yeah, so I should tell you what type of social streets those are.
Yeah. Cul-de-sac. Okay. Well, I get some feedback here and there.
Okay.
My feedback mostly comes from these internet streets.
Okay.
These IG streets.
Okay.
These TikTok streets and these YouTube streets. And what social media streets are saying is, that can't be real. That can't be real. That story's fake. And guys, I agree. I do not believe most of these are real.
Well,
lately though, I've been thinking more of them are real.
I think people are strange and people have a lot of things going on. So I think about 80% of them are real.
80%.
Yes.
You stand on that number.
I stand about 80%.
Ooh.
You know, I like my data. I think it's about 80%.
I'm going to go with like 55, 60%.
Nah, no way.
You know why? Because some of these, if you're someone in this situation, what are the odds that you're also such an amazing writer? Some of these are very well written.
No, you always stumble across some writing, so that's even more proof that they're real.
Or the AI knows how to mess it up.
Well, it's getting smart.
So I don't know if they're real.
No.
But they are entertaining.
They are.
Do you feel that all we're doing is judging people?
No.
Making fun of them when they're down?
No. That's not my intent at all.
What's your intention?
I'm giving my opinion.
Your opinion on their life.
If they're asking, I'm allowed to give my opinion. I'm not judging.
I'm judging. I am judging.
No, I'm not judging.
For sure.
That's my opinion.
But
what I always say, that's people are gonna do what they want to do.
I hope that it's not just judging and laughing at people. I hope it's also offering some sort of feedback. The truth is, though, we're giving this feedback. It's not like we're giving it to the people that wrote these things.
They might not even know that we're reading their story.
But one day,
they may.
One day, someone's gonna be like, "Wait a minute, that was my story."
You know,
how dare these people laugh at me?
The thing I think about, and this might sound like you're probably going to tell me I'm reaching, but I did think about this when I was listening to a podcast, Trevor Noah's podcast. You know, it's one of my favorites. And he was talking about community and how when he was in South Africa, everyone was so close and they didn't have anything. They shared bathrooms, they shared things. So people would like walk through each other's yards to get to their house or go to the store. It was like no big deal. And he said as soon as people like will get a job or they start making a little money, the first thing they would do, I thought he was going to say like buy a car, is build a wall to keep people off their property. Right. Mm-hmm. And so he's saying that like, you know, the more and more that society is now changing to where you have to go after and get your thing, you're losing that whole like village community mentality sort of thing, right? And that's what people thrive. He goes, he even talked about like before, he said marriage, it was the whole village. Like you would have someone watch your child or someone to help you if you got sick to cook dinner. And now you have to like hire a babysitter. You have to like basically build your community, right? And so I say that because you're talking about these people with these stories. I kind of feel like they're like some people really need community or they really need help from others. So I was thinking about that. I was like, is that what Robert and I are doing? We're like providing like resources. Like, is that community for people who don't have? I know you're gonna tell me I'm reaching, but you never know.
Actually, I find that to be a very interesting take. I think I'll show you from my perspective. With the community that we are trying to build, I think we are doing something that is getting lost, which is storytelling. So the people that are writing these things probably will never hear of our podcast, or one day they find us like years later, like I can't believe this bald buster was talking about me or something, you know. But for the most part, it's not. We're reading stories off Reddit. We're reading stories off Twitter feeds and things. For the most part, the people that are posting it are never going to know.
Right.
But the people that do tune in, I think we are providing storytelling.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is drama. Hey, we need the engagement too, guys. Come on, we're building. Yeah. But I'm hoping that we're throwing in enough that are realistic, where people can relate. People can say, well, man, when I was in a situation like that, I would have done this, or maybe get some kind of, even if it's just the relief from stress.
Yeah. Like I mean, I think this is the reason when we started this is just a little bit of an outlet, right, for some demanding parts of life. So it's, you know, if that's all that it is for people, I think that is a needed outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully not just making fun.
Oh. Well.
I mean, judging. You say you don't judge at all?
I don't think I'm giving my opinion.
You're really?
Yeah.
Really?
I have a lot of opinion.
No comment. Too easy. I'm not walking into that one. No, there's some judgment, but hopefully there's some guidance or alternative perspectives, which hopefully someone is taking.
Or there's a little piece that someone else can relate. Like the story could be so crazy, but there might be a little piece that someone can relate with and make them think something different.
I think one thing people are realizing is, hey, maybe my life isn't so bad.
Oh, that's true too. That's always a plus.
You know, I was never a passport bro with the eggplants. I was never one of 3 pregnant women in a van. I was never, you know, what's another one? The latest one that's doing well, Killer Pipe. I never.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you know, maybe it's not that bad, or maybe like the people in the stories that we read, you can find a way through the part that is feeling like it's that bad in the moment,
or maybe that bad part, there's some relief, or sometimes you think things are like this huge, massive thing, and then sometimes you gotta like chomp at it a little bit, and sometimes listening to other perspectives or hearing other parts helps you chomp at it.
Or maybe even just laugh.
Yeah.
At some of the crazy, because life is crazy, and sometimes all you can do is laugh because it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's just really nuts.
Sometimes I'm challenged with doing something that's just too much. And sometimes you just have to pause and laugh, like, okay, that's not going to happen. So what's going to happen there?
You pause and give a good chuckle?
Yes, I do. Sometimes that chuckle turns onto a good 2-minute laughter, but yeah.
I find the notion of community beautiful. It is something that I'm quite interested in procuring and curating and building. I think we get eyeballs on some of our social media, not all, but I hope it's like, yeah, of course I want numbers. I love it when we get a post that, you know, high numbers, couple 100,000. That's cool. But what I really like is even on those smaller posts, when I start recognizing the names and we're all chiming in, like those, when I say, what's up, classmates? Those are the classmates.
Yeah, those are classmates.
The people that are tuning in and they're kind of, you know, growing with us, or like, oh, I remember I remember there was someone that followed us in like the first week or two. And then they were like, you guys are blowing up. I was here from the start. No, I told them they were here from the start. And they were like, and I'm going to be here forever. And it was like, hey.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Okay.
That's for the classmates. So, for the classmates, the one thing I'm working on is on our YouTube channel, which is definitely the least loved, the one that receives the least amount of attention. On our YouTube channel, we will be, what's it called? We're going to have movie reactions.
Oh,
and we are going to we're going to try like one a month. We're not about to become a movie reaction channel.
Okay.
But I figure there's a couple of movies, some that we probably have seen already. And then I have a list of the first 3 movies I'm going to ask people to vote on.
Okay.
So
we're going to do that in March?
I don't know what we're going to do, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get it out by the end of March.
Okay.
But to be honest, they might be hearing this by the end of March. So by the time you hear this, the movie might be coming out next week. Who knows? So the ones that I'm thinking of putting to a vote was 3 movies that I have not seen and I know you haven't seen. Lilo and Stitch.
No.
Hunger Games.
Oh, no.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I've never seen any of those
Charlie
movies.
and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
The original one?
Well, the original movie is called Willy Wonka.
Okay.
I don't know. And the book is called, I think the book is called Charlie and I don't know. I've seen the old one.
I've seen 2.
That's Willy Wonka.
I've seen 2.
You saw the one with Johnny Depp?
Yes.
You saw that?
Yes.
When you saw it?
That's old, babe.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Yeah.
The good thing is you don't remember anything. So
this is true.
It's like it's brand new for you.
I normally watch movies with Johnny Depp.
I promise you don't watch most Johnny Depp movies.
He's kind of dark.
You ain't seen no Black Mass. You ain't seen no Rango. You ain't seen
Rango, the cartoon.
The Lone Ranger.
Isn't Rango a cartoon?
Yeah, he's a lizard.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Who you watching all these Johnny Depp movies with?
I told you. I think I watched Johnny Depp. Before the Pirates thing, he used to do a lot of dark stuff to me, right? Strange.
You ain't seen no In the Shadows.
I don't remember. Oh, but you know which one I like.
Edward Scissorhands.
That one's kind of.
I watched that last week. It was pretty cool.
No, the one where he's the author.
Oh yeah.
That one.
Yeah, I don't. You love that one. I don't know why you like that one so much.
It was a little dark too.
It says a lot about you. You like the darkness.
Oh yeah, he's a good actor to me.
So I'm not sure if those are the 3 I'm going to put to a vote, but those are the ones that I thought of.
Oh,
I really didn't think you would see any of those. That's very interesting.
I know, that's why I said I think I've seen that one.
You know, they got a new one called Wonka.
That's why I was asking which one.
That one's in the theater.
I don't
now.
remember what the names are.
We're not doing that one.
Okay.
Who knows what we'll do? We'll probably just do some Tyler Perry shit.
Oh, you heard about him? He paused his expansion because of the new AI. Yeah.
You know why he did that?
Why?
Because he's thinking maybe he can finally get a good script.
Stop picking on Tyler Perry.
I'm not picking on Tyler Perry at all.
Stop picking
I think
on
Tyler Perry's done incredible things.
Exactly. His fans love him.
But so he has a new movie on Netflix. Just came out like yesterday or this week, whatever.
Okay.
With Kelly Rowland and Trevante Rhodes. We can watch that one.
Ooh. Let's watch that one.
And I promise you, I haven't seen it. I don't know what it's about. I haven't seen a trailer. I know nothing about it. But I promise you, those reactions going to be like, now hold on, Tyler. Now hold on. Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry.
I like it. I think we should do that one. I like it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I just said Only Black Kids is for everyone. And now you wanna go with the Tyler Perry movie?
Why not? You just said it would be a good reaction. We can put it to the vote. We'll let you decide, fans. You decide.
Because now I'm just thinking now, because then I have to sit there while you talk to the screen.
I'm going to talk at the screen regardless.
Yeah, but now I got to deal with a mic and a camera. So, oh, gosh. The things I do for the classmates. Okay. That's enough chitter chatter.
Okay.
You want to get into some stories?
Let's go.
Are you excited? Is there anything you're expecting?
Nope.
Anything on your mind?
Nope.
Today's theme is exes. Every single story that we're going to be reading today is about exes.
Oh, an ex. I thought you were talking about like X. You meant like exes. Okay.
Yeah, like the letter X.
No, you talking about EX.
Exactly, because that would make no sense.
Yeah.
X marks the spot. Oh, that's going to be the name of the show. X marks the spot. X marks the spot. So, it's a lot of X stories.
Okay.
And I'm trying something new where I have some stories that kind of mirror one another. It's like you get it from one person's point of view, then it's a totally different story, but they're kind of similar, but it's the other person's point of view. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I'm ready for the journey.
Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay child support to my ex-wife or our children so she and her husband can save for their other kids?
Ooh.
It's kind of complex. My ex-wife and I are the parents of a daughter who is 17 and a son who is 15. We share custody of our kids 50-50, and we have been divorced for 13 years now.
Wow.
Neither of us pays child support because we have equal time with the kids, and we split the cost of everything: school, medical, dental, extracurriculars. I opened up bank accounts for my kids when each were born, and I have saved from then. But around 8 or so years ago, I came into some money because I was injured at work, and I put that money into their accounts. As well as a relative died 4 years ago, and I left that sum of money and also went to their accounts.
Okay.
The money I have now saved for them will help them tremendously in their futures, whether they go to college or not. My ex-wife remarried several years ago. Her stepdaughter is 16. She's got a nephew of her husband's they are raising who is 14, and she has a 7 and a 5-year-old with her husband. Ex-wife wanted to talk to me about college for our kids, and she told me that she and her husband had told all their kids that community college would be the most affordable option for them and that they would get as much help as possible, but a more expensive school would be tough on them. I told her that our kids would have the option if they wanted it because I have saved more than a healthy amount for them. She asked me why I never told her sooner, and I told her because I was taking care of our children and it wasn't something she needed to know. A few days after this talk, she called me and alongside her husband said that they would like me to pay child support for our kids so that they can save more money for their other children's futures.
Oh, no.
I told her I was not going to pay her child support just so she could support the other children in her home.
Negative.
Her husband told me I could always offer to split the money between all of the children.
What?
I told him I was not paying for his kids to go to college. I told him I only had a responsibility to my children. I told them if they wanted to save more money, I would happily take the kids more if they, my kids, want to spend more time at home with me. Ex-wife called me cruel and said keeping 50-50 and paying money so our kids' siblings can go to college should be a no-brainer for me.
What?
I told her the day I have an obligation to help her support her entire household is a day in another universe where we never broke up. But we did. And she has to accept she is equally responsible for our kids as me. They both told me I was an ass. And even though I feel I'm not crazy, I must be.
Nope.
Am I the asshole?
Nope. Negative. No asshole there. None at all. Nope. There's not even anything.
Yo, where do people get the, like,
That's
how
ridiculous.
do you even?
That's ridiculous. Like,
What's the conversation?
What about those kids?
What do you?
Why do those kids have to go do with that?
Hold on. He's supposed to pay to help his daughter, his ex-wife's husband's daughter,
And 2 kids and a nephew.
and a nephew.
What's that got to do with him?
If you don't get the,
Tell him, you know what? Give me 100% custody. You don't have to worry about it. That's ridiculous. That's absurd. I can't believe that they even asked that. He's an ass. Well, he ain't a broke ass. So,
sir, that
go
is
ahead.
emotional manipulation.
Correct.
But why wouldn't you take care of, how many kids is this now? So they got 2. Ex-husband, the new husband has 1, a nephew, and
6.
2.
Yeah.
Imagine you got 2 kids.
Yeah. And you try to,
And you're supposed to
you gotta
split.
take all of
You're
them.
supposed to split the money from your accident and from your family member amongst these. Like, they can't even use the argument. But what? But they're their siblings. They're not. Well, they're really not.
That's like a quote from that Kanye song. You gotta take all of them to showbiz.
Tell your ex and her baby kids.
Oh no. Yeah, you should have thought about that.
Oh wow.
I think he should just really be talking to his kids. He might need to rescue his kids out of that household.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole
That's
at
a
all.
clear not the asshole for me.
Nope.
That's an easy.
Yeah, that was easy.
There's no conversation. There's no conversation for that. Let's just.
Next.
Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my ex-wife's sister's college? I, 30 male, was married to my ex-wife Claire, 28 female, for 4 years until I found out she had been cheating on me with an ex-boyfriend. Needless to say, the marriage ended and we got divorced about 8 months ago. During the divorce proceedings, I learned that Claire's younger sister, Cindy, 20-year-old female, had known about the affair but chose to keep quiet about it and helped Claire hide the affair from me and her family. Before all of this, I had promised to pay for Cindy's medical school costs, as myself and my family are wealthy, and despite the divorce, I had decided I was going to pay for her education, as at the time, I felt I didn't need to punish Cindy for what her sister did. However, as I said before, it was during the divorce proceedings that I found out what Cindy did, and once I found out that Cindy was complicit in hiding Claire's infidelity, I felt betrayed and decided to revoke my offer.
Yep.
I told Cindy 8 months back that she would have to look for a loan or for other funding, and I won't fund her anymore. I had already paid for 1 semester. Recently, when I received an email from the college regarding the upcoming semester fees, I responded by informing them that they should direct any further inquiries to Cindy, as I would no longer be funding her education.
Right.
Cindy called me screaming and crying and accusing me of being cruel and heartless for cutting her off. She says that her family couldn't afford the tuition without my support and that she would have to take out a loan. I told her she is not my concern anymore, and I blocked her. When her father contacted me, he was more calm, asking if there was any possibility of reversing my decision.
Nope.
I stood firm and said that I had no intention of continuing to support Cindy financially. Whew. Let's see, where do we go now? He says he understands and will try to make Cindy understand too. For context, he was very good to me during my marriage and offered me support when I told him I was going to divorce Claire. This decision has caused a rift among my friends and family. While most of them support my decision, some have criticized me for not honoring my previous promise to Cindy. Even my own mother is urging me to reconsider, citing my past promise and the fact that paying for Cindy's education wouldn't be a financial issue for me. However, my father stands by me, agreeing with my decision. Truthfully, I have the means to pay for Cindy's entire medical school education without difficulty, but I can't shake the feeling of betrayal caused by Claire's cheating and Cindy's complicity. But I feel conflicted. So am I the asshole?
Nope.
He said his family could afford it easily. Yep. So if mom thinks that Cindy's med school should be paid,
she should pay for it.
Tell mom cut the check.
Yeah. No.
Is there a part where he needs to honor his word?
Nope.
Cindy did not take any vows.
Nope.
Cindy didn't say, I'm going to make sure my sister doesn't cheat on you.
Nope. And he said he was going to change his mind. Nope.
So his word means nothing.
It didn't mean he paid for it 1 semester. Once he had all the facts, he didn't want to do that.
Wow.
He shouldn't be obligated to feel forced to do something. Wow. That's a generous gift.
So there were conditions on him offering.
No, he paid the 1 semester. She got it. She should be happy with that one.
And there were conditions.
That's it. Yeah.
What if she has to drop out?
Oh, well, she get a loan. Wow. What?
Maybe his mom could give her a loan.
Yeah. Call somebody else. Just don't call him.
Call Tyrone.
Tyrone, Jesus, whomever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dirty game.
I don't have no problem with that. He shouldn't have to. He don't want to anymore.
So let's see if I understand this. Because Claire was playing doctor with someone else, he ain't paying for Cindy to be doctor.
But Cindy knew.
She helped cover it up.
She did. Now, it wasn't just the fact that she knew it's not her business. She helped cover it up. So she was part of it.
Cindy ain't shit.
That's right.
Wow.
So Cindy, how she can help? She can go ask his ex-wife for some help. She did her a favor. Get another favor from her. I have no problem with that. Not the asshole.
Some comments. Quote, some have criticized me for not honoring my previous promise to Cindy. Even my own mother is urging me to reconsider. And the comment said, Cindy won't have a problem with all these generous benefactors. The next one says, let them finance the snake. You don't negotiate with terrorists and you don't pay for the education of the one who betrayed you.
That's right. I second that.
Next comment says, why do random friends even know? Sometimes silence is best. You don't need to tell everyone everything.
Correct.
Oh, man.
I like it.
And this comment says, it would be a number of situations. He told his family and friends in a "can you believe this" way. He told his family and friends as a "what would you do in this situation?" Little sister's telling everyone. Ex's parents went to his parents. If original poster can afford it and feels guilty for not helping little sister, he should start a needs-based scholarship or contact the school and offer to pay the semester of a student in need. And then tell little sister she's right. He can afford to help someone. And he did.
Yeah, I thought about that.
This random person is excited to learn their semester is paid for.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
Is that petty or is that I
bad.
really feel like giving?
No, if he wanted to help her out, and then now he doesn't want to help her out. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Our next story. Am I the asshole for telling my best friend who wants to date my ex that we can't be friends if he does so? Thoughts?
I don't know. I kind of feel like I need a little more context, but just off of that, he might be that. No, you not the asshole. The friend is the asshole.
What about bro code?
I don't know about no bro code.
You don't know about the bro code?
No.
It's bros before hoes. My 29-year-old male best friend, 34-year-old male, wants to date my ex-girlfriend, 29-year-old female. He sat me down the other day and told me they have feelings for each other and they want to date. When we were together, we were all part of the same friend group. And when we broke up, apparently they got closer. They haven't acted on anything without telling me. For context, we were together for 10 years.
Oh, Lord.
It's been almost a year since we broke up.
No.
I've been in a new relationship for a couple of months. He told me the other day and I was in shock. After thinking about it, I've come to the conclusion that being friends in any aspect to either of them has the serious potential of throwing off the work I've done on myself post-breakup and messing up my current relationship. I explained to him how it makes me feel that he would do something like that. I told him that it feels like a betrayal. I don't care if my ex moves on. She's going to. But I care that my best friend is the one she's doing it with. He's been very logical about the situation, telling me that he's doing nothing wrong and that I really have no say in who she dates, which is true. Am I the asshole if I cut these people out of my life?
Nope.
Am I wrong to feel betrayed by my best friend?
Nope.
I have a deep love for both of these people, but I feel like if they choose this path, I have no room in either of their lives in any capacity.
I feel him.
Some comments?
I think he's good. You want to read comments?
Not the asshole.
Yeah.
You are right to cut your ex and anyone she dates out of your life. It will make your life easier. Your, quote, best friend can date who he wants, but he should know it's a dick move. Your ex-girlfriend who can date who she wants. If the only one she can find to date is your previous best friend, she might be doing it on purpose. Next comment. I'd have a hard time believing it wasn't on purpose. That is classic vindictive ex move.
Yep.
Or they are already together and have been for ages.
That's what I was
biding
saying.
their time, waiting for him to date so they can come out.
They haven't done anything without telling me. Okay.
Next comment. For real, and the boyfriend is acting a fool. A 10-year relationship, and then as soon as they break up, the best friend got closer to the ex, and now they are dating? Why did the boyfriend approach the ex in the first place? To me, it looks like he already had his eyes on her before, and she too. Why else would they suddenly want to be closer after the breakup?
Yep.
And this person says, well, love is weird. Maybe there's just a connection there. Not everything is a plot to stir up drama.
Okay.
Oh, but this is social media.
Yeah, that must be somebody that's all alone by themselves too.
This is
Wondering
social
what happened
media.
to them.
And by the time I chop this up and I put this on our Instagram, they were cheating the whole time.
Probably.
Because y'all hate love.
Probably. All those little extra time, or you weren't able to take her home and he took her home, or y'all stayed a little bit after at the bar, whatever little thing, you could be thinking, oh, yeah.
That time you got drunk.
Oh, yeah.
And they had to help get you in the car. And then he just came up. And when you woke up in the morning, he was still there.
I was out of town at work and your car didn't start and he went to help you out. Yep. All them times. He was plotting.
Wow.
10 years. It wasn't like it was a rinky dinky, it was an ex for 2 months, which I still think is kind of foul, but like it was 10 years.
Okay.
That's a big deal.
Are you familiar? So I've never seen this show. There's a show called Glee. And one of the actresses.
They like sing and stuff?
They do.
Okay.
They even had gays on the show.
I've never seen it, but I think I remember the singing thing.
And one of the actresses died of the show. I believe it was after the show.
Oh.
And it's very sad. Like I don't know the show. I don't know the actress, but remember this story. Like they had video of her with her son. They had a very young son, and
wow.
I want to say she drowned. I could be wrong, but the reason I bring it up is shortly afterwards, her partner, who I believe was the father of the son, was spending a lot of time with her sister. And then I don't know if they did, but there are a lot of rumors that, oh, why are they so close after her death? They must have been cheating and it's wrong.
Oh.
And I don't think that's wrong.
No, I think that's different. She died.
I don't think it's right. I don't think that's like
I
who
mean,
you need to look
I think
to
there's
date,
a lot
but
of things there, but she died.
I think you start spending time with someone and you both share a love for this
they're grieving
person.
together. They're consoling each other. No, I can see that's something totally different. I mean,
And then,
people are going to jump and make their own conclusions, but
You're crying, you're growing, you're grieving.
yeah.
Then you slip and land in some vagina.
Oh, Lord.
It happens.
Okay.
It happens.
I wasn't going to go that far.
It happens.
Uh-huh.
But in this case, I don't know. Maybe they had a connection.
Okay. Well, he said for his own mental health, he couldn't have either one in his life if they weren't there. And I think that's respectable.
He's saying they can do it. He just doesn't want.
He don't want no parts of it. I think that's completely fine.
I think that's totally valid.
Yeah. Because it's not like he still likes her.
He says he has a deep love for both of them.
Yeah. So
But
screw that
he
shit.
can't. You know what I mean? He can't be involved.
Yeah. Nope.
Don't invite him to the wedding.
And don't come to me after y'all break up, best friend.
What Drake said, I don't want to hear about this ever again. Not even when she's telling him we better as friends. And what happened? And what happened like immediately?
Exactly.
Oh, Aubrey. In our next story, I have been saving this one for a little minute. I've had this one for a while, to be honest.
Okay.
This one comes from True Off My Chest. Not so much a Am I the Asshole? They just want to get it off their chest.
True off my chest.
And the title is His Mistress Made Him a Better Husband. I Feel Nauseous.
His mistress made him a better husband. Okay.
Everything changed about 3 years ago, and my husband became my dream man. Before that, we suffered a lot in our marriage. After 2 hard pregnancies and my postpartum depression, my libido was diminished and we fought all the time. After 4 years of dead bedroom, we started therapy. I thought that was where the improvement came from. My husband started paying attention to me. In the beginning, I was panicking because whenever he paid me attention before, he expected sex. But now it felt like he was seeing me as a human being for the first time. He was attentive and caring, empathetic. He touched and cuddled and kissed me out of the blue without wanting sex in return. He started helping around the house, bringing me flowers, take out to dinners where I work late, planning date nights, anniversaries, birthdays, and holidays are planned perfectly. And I started getting the most beautiful and thoughtful gifts. When we fought, he would come the next day and admitted his wrongs, and very accurately, if he was the one in the wrong. Something he never did before. He would apologize too, when back in the days, him apologizing would be a blow to his ego. He said he was happy all the time and lucky to have us as his family. Something was better, and I even got my libido back. It was everything I hoped for.
Mm-hmm.
I found their conversations about 5 days ago, and I've probably spent 50 hours reading them.
Damn.
3 years worth of conversation. He would tell her his woes, and she would listen. 99 out of 100 times she sided with me. She taught him about intimacy and how important it is in marriages. The tragically funny part is that he never got angry or offended by her telling him off, calling him silly, stubborn, or at times man baby. Her honesty was brutal, and yet he agreed with her. She was the one suggesting all the changes, and he would ask for her advice about gifts, traveling, and all the beautiful things he did for our family. He thanks her all the time for helping him turn his miserable home life around, making it tolerable. With all these texts, there were the texts between them that are about them, like nobody else existed around them. The flirting, sex talk, and pictures, the longing to see each other. He says she is the love of his life every day, and that he wishes their circumstances were different. She says the same. They both agree that divorce would ruin their families and that they couldn't be that selfish. How admirable. I feel nauseous. My happiness for the past 3 years was fake.
Yep.
I don't know what to do. I want to hurt them. I want to expose them, and I want to ruin whatever they think is perfect happiness. I am 35. My husband is 39. We have 2 children, 9 and 7. She is 40, and she has 1 child, 14. She is in a dead bedroom with her husband, too, and for 14 years. The affair is physical, too, yes, but they meet maybe once every month or every other month. She tells my husband that what they feel is probably limerence, but they don't know it yet because they meet so little. She lives in another city.
Wow.
Thoughts?
She need to move on.
Who needs to move on?
She does.
She has a wonderfully happy marriage.
No. She is playing the role of the mistress.
The wife is the mistress.
Yeah. He's looking at the mistress when he's doing all this stuff for her. He's doing all that stuff because he wish he could do it for the mistress. She's the one he loves. That's fucked up.
Really?
That's fucked up. That's terrible. I feel bad for her. Wow. I really feel bad for her. That's messed up.
Why do you feel so bad for her?
Because she really is living a lie.
How so? He's a better man.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. She
No,
said
he's
so.
not.
By her words, he's a
No.
better man.
Yes, because he's
a better husband.
He's pretending she's the mistress.
I don't think you can do that.
I think so.
I can't be miserable with you and then I'm happy with this person. And because I can't have this person, I now make myself happy with you.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. I wouldn't be happy.
It's called the Lulu. Yes. Yes.
He asks her, what should I get my wife?
Yeah. Because it's what he would get her.
He probably gets her stuff too.
No, they don't meet once a month or whatever.
Every other month.
Yep.
So you think she should leave him?
That's terrible. I think she should confront him. She should talk to him.
And then what?
I don't know. It depends on how that conversation goes. But she should talk to him. That's terrible. She can't hold that lie inside of her.
People hold lots of lies.
No, she can't be. That's too heavy for her to be carrying around with
People
every day,
hold
all day.
lots of lies.
Every time he talking to her, saying he love her, and oh baby, I got you this. Thinking if she's talking
You don't
about
think
that
he
other
loves his wife?
mistress, maybe. But that's not who he in love with. He in love with that mistress. He wasn't like that before. That's what I'm telling you. He wasn't doing all that before.
I do not agree with you.
That's fine.
I think she should think about what she needs right now.
Okay.
Because obviously this is upsetting.
Yeah.
But I think she should really analyze what is working and what isn't working. Because in her own words, she has a better marriage now.
But it's built on a lie.
What's the lie?
The lie is he got another woman that he be spending time
Lots
with.
of relationships are built on lies.
Yeah, but he's spending time and he's sharing. He's doing all that sharing with another person. That's not.
And she's happy.
Because she don't know the truth. Now she's found out the truth.
And I was younger, a more immature, less experienced me would say, oh, this is terrible. But I would say now her happiness wasn't a lie for the last 3 years. The connection she felt wasn't a lie. It didn't come from where she thought it came from.
Right. And now she's going to always second guess that. She's never going to genuinely feel that that is for her. She's going to always have that thought in the back of her mind is for somebody else. That
I guess
he doesn't even really even care about her. It's his guilt of being with this other woman.
That's unfair. I mean,
he wasn't this
that's
way. He
you.
didn't display those characteristics before the woman.
You. And you know what? There might be a reason why. Maybe he learned how to love now.
Nope.
Well, the reason why I'm saying this is I have a number of clients who always tell me how they're going to stay together for the kids. And I always tell them, well, your kids would be better off seeing you happy than just staying together. But this woman, by her words, is happy. He's a better husband. He's more attentive.
She was happy. She's not going to be happy anymore. She knows now there's somebody else.
If he says, hey, I learned all this from someone else, but what I feel for my family is real.
She's sharing him with someone else.
honey, I don't know if you've been paying attention to this podcast. It's a lot of people sharing people.
Okay.
It's a lot of
like
people
I
sharing
said,
people. How many of these stories
She's gonna have to talk with him.
How many of these stories end with, I don't want him to go back to his wife. He's cheating on me, but I don't want him to go back to his wife.
And then she's making a decision after speaking with him because she can't hold that by herself. She has to bring that to the light.
As simple as, oh, he's cheating, let me leave. I'm not condoning his cheating. I'm not condoning that at all.
Fair. That's why I said.
I think there's more of a conversation.
They have to have a conversation, her and her husband.
Because she is saying that she's felt more of a connection in these last 3 years than she did in the entire marriage.
Right.
That might mean something.
I would
not fault her, and I would not be shocked if she said she didn't want to leave the relationship.
No, that's for her to decide. Because that's an agreement between two adults. If she decided to keep pursuing it that way, then that's on her. But she has to talk to him about it.
I read a lot of relationship advice columns and sex advice columns, and the thing that really struck me, I'd say 2022, it's like every article they were like, "Have you considered an open relationship?" And I was like, "Well, damn, everybody can't have an open relationship."
I don't know how
she might want to consider an open relationship.
Maybe that's for her.
She's
to
already
decide.
in one. She just didn't know.
She's been in one, so that's for her to decide. But she had to talk to him.
For our next story.
Okay.
My husband's ex-girlfriend is dying. Her last wish is to be with my husband. Trigger warnings. First of all, I apologize if this is badly written. English is not my first language, so please be kind. As the title goes, my 30-year-old female husband's ex-girlfriend, 33-year-old female, was recently diagnosed with late-stage breast cancer, and her last wish is to be with my husband, 35-year-old male. My husband, let's call him Seb, and his ex, Tanya, became best friends after their breakup a couple of years ago due to her infidelity. They were together for 5 years. Needless to say, they remain in contact even before he met me. I would be lying if I said it never made me feel uncomfortable even once. It did, and it still does, because Tanya is still in love with my husband. She never denied it, and in fact would even call or message me when she can't get a hold of Seb. Aside from cancer, she also has some mental health issues. Thus, my husband would always tell me to be kind and patient. Seb is no longer in love with her, of course. She cheated, and Seb swore that he will never get back to her, and that he only sees her as family. 2 weeks ago, my husband received a call from Tanya to tell him about the sad news. My husband cried with her and told her everything's going to be okay. They were on the phone the whole day. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. Seb and I moved to Australia a few months ago because of my job, and Tanya is in Canada. They mostly talk via long-distance call or WhatsApp. They've been in contact almost every day since we left, which always bothered me, but what can I do? After that call, my husband told me everything. To be honest, I felt bad for her, and I genuinely feel sad. I asked him what's going to happen now. Seb told me he's going back to Canada, which is a shock.
Oh.
He then told me that her last wish is to be with him. I didn't say anything except, what about me? He said if I can't leave my job, then he's going to visit me whenever he gets the chance.
What?
I walked out without saying anything. I've been avoiding my husband since the phone call and have been ignoring him whenever he tries to bring up the conversation. Yesterday, I found out he already bought a ticket and is flying back home in January. I feel like he's abandoning me, but at the same time, I feel that I'm selfish for hating both of them. I'm honestly thinking of getting a divorce because obviously he's choosing her over me, but at the same time, I thought of why my husband is so attached to her. Seb considered Tanya and her family like his own, as he doesn't have one. She's probably like a sister to him now, but Tanya doesn't feel that way. She's madly in love with my husband, and him granting her wish will surely make her think they still have a chance. My entire life, I've been putting others first. I've been very patient and understanding about their weird relationship. I feel sick, confused. I want to call her, yell at her for ruining my marriage, for trying to steal my husband from me, for using her sickness to get what she wants, for being a bee. I'm so mad at both of them. What did I do to deserve this?
Wow.
Additional comment from original poster.
Okay.
She thanks everyone for the messages. While some people think that Tanya might be lying about her condition, unfortunately, she's not. She was originally diagnosed a couple of years ago and has been on a treatment for it. Only recently she found out it It had progressed and is now refusing further treatment. Sorry I wasn't too clear about this. My husband said she's giving up. In fact, she wanted to give up a long time ago, but her family, including my husband, wanted her to fight. He's going back to Canada to be her support as per her request. Seb did suggest that I go back home with him, but my job here in Australia is a dream come true for me and I can't just abandon it, especially not for her. I know that divorce is the wise decision here. My husband obviously can't let go of her and we can't build a life together if he has baggage. I love my husband so much to the point that I endure all these thoughts through the years. Thinking of divorce makes me feel like I'm dying and I don't know if I will ever be ready of letting him go. I haven't talked to my husband yet, but I think he already knows what's going to happen. I apologize for everyone who's asking for an update. I've already contacted a lawyer to know the next step.
I think she's doing the right thing.
And another update.
Oh, okay.
Man, this one's a long one. Again, she apologizes for not messaging back to people who had asked questions. Mm-hmm. Wow, apparently it's been this update is 15 months later.
Oh wow.
And it's just in just this February, that just like right now.
Okay.
I was reminded of this post because someone messaged me on Reddit account today. It's been over a year and a lot has happened. I think I'm now ready to talk. Seb did end up flying back to Canada January last year. Before he flew, we talked about the situation. I told him I've been in contact with a divorce lawyer. He was surprised. He said he didn't expect me to leave him just because he needs to be with his family. I remember at the time, all I felt was anger. I was so mad that he's making it sound like I'm the bad person. Nevertheless, the conversation didn't end well. He left without any closure, but he said he will be back in March. I was left alone. January to March last year was the darkest days of my life. I knew I did nothing wrong, but I ended up blaming myself for everything. I hate to admit, but I canceled the meeting with the lawyer as I started to doubt if I really wanted to leave him or not.
Oh, boy.
I love him so much to the point I'm willing to accept him again when he's back. During the entire time he was gone, he rarely called to check on me. God damn, Seb.
Fucked up.
I had to call him most of the time. I know I'm dumb. I feel so alone and sad. I begged for his attention to give me some of his time, to be with me again. All those times he kept telling me that Tanya needs him more. Ooh, this is a long ass story.
Jeez.
You have no idea. We are like just halfway now.
Oh boy.
Shouldn't have read all these damn updates. March, I was expecting him to come back so we can talk, but he didn't come back. He said he needs to stay more and promised me he'll be back in May. I don't know what happened to me when I got that call from him early to tell me he won't be flying back to Australia. At the time, I felt like there's a switch that suddenly turned off because somehow I stopped caring. When he told me he won't be back until May, I knew I had to move forward without him. Fast forward to May, he was back. That day, we sat down to talk. He broke down and said, I can't lose you too.
Manipulator.
I can't lose you too. When he said that, I thought Tanya was gone. But no, she's not. And as far as I know, she's still alive to this day. I asked, what happened? And he told me that Tanya asked him to go back and be with me. He said that Tanya is sorry for everything. Seb didn't want to leave her, especially when he saw how bad she was doing. They had a fight, and according to him, Tanya wants him out of her life. If I was the same dumb person, I would totally accept him back, but at the time, all I can think was he's only back because Tanya doesn't want him anymore. I let him cry, I comforted him, and I let him stay in my apartment. A week after, I told him I'm divorcing him. At first, he refused to leave. It was a long and painful process, but on my birthday in July, he finally realized that he couldn't manipulate me anymore. By August, he was back in Canada.
Yep.
Divorce is not finalized yet, but we have been separated since he left. He tried to contact me several times last year. Tanya also tried to contact me. Everyone, including my family, tried to convince me to give him a second chance.
Nope.
But that day in March, when I finally came back to all my senses, I knew nothing can make me change my mind. As of now, I'm doing fine alone by myself. I got promoted last year and moved to a bigger apartment near the beach. I found new friends and recently getting into Pilates. I traveled Australia and New Zealand and met some amazing people. I feel like a completely different person. Last year was the major turning point in my life. Seb still bothers me from time to time, but he knows I couldn't care less anymore. Sometimes I talk to him. I still care, but not as much. I've been told by our common friends that he's not doing well. He became an alcoholic and couldn't get a good job because of it. He's mostly couch surfing because Tanya doesn't want him to live with her. LOL, that bitch.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you so much, Reddit, for taking the time to read this and my post from last year. Your advice means a lot to me. For those people who are in the same situation as me, please know that everything is going to be better. I thought I can't get through this. There are times I thought of taking my own life. It was hard, but I promise you it will be better. You'd be surprised how strong you are and how amazing life can be.
Is that the
Wow.
end? That was a roller coaster, but good for her.
Wow.
Good for her.
First off,
That's good
I'm going to just
for
come out
her.
and say it. Seb ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
And
Tanya ain't either.
it bothered you your whole marriage, and you should have paid attention.
Yeah.
But she's got mental health issues, okay?
Oh, she's dying of cancer. Yeah.
Okay. And the only reason he came back is
Because Tanya put his ass out. That made me think of that movie, I, Tanya. I don't know why. Probably just
no
the
similarities in the plot
name. It's
whatsoever.
probably just the name. I'm imagining that's like the Tanya that he went to go see.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
So much happened. We've never read a story that long.
But good for her, though. She grew. She grew. She had closure. She was done. She identified the spot where she just didn't give a shit no more. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, that's growth. Good for her.
That shit was a roller coaster.
That's
I really
probably-
don't have that much to
it's
say.
It's probably made her a better person.
Like the story before,
What story before?
where he's a better person because of the ex. Because
Bullshit.
of the
no,
mistress.
that's not the same. That's not the same thing, Robert. Don't.
He had to go
Don't do
through
that.
something.
No.
You see it. She's a
No,
better
no.
person.
And
He's a better person.
And you see that, right? You see she ain't with him. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep.
I actually have another one where the title is, Am I the Asshole for Reuniting with My Dying Ex-Girlfriend?
Oh, boy.
But since we just did a dying ex-girlfriend one, I'm going to skip that one. A lot of dying ex-girlfriend ones. Too long didn't read. She wasn't dying.
What?
In the story I'm not reading,
Oh.
she was not dying.
What? Tanya's still kicking.
Am I the asshole for not accepting my ex's baby as my own? I, male 39, was married to Kelly, female 36. We have 3 kids, 14-year-old, 12-year-old, and 6-year-old. Kelly got pregnant early in our relationship, and we got married when my firstborn was 1 year old. Then she decided to be a stay-at-home mom. She met Josh. He was a fitness trainer. Kelly told me she was no longer attracted to me and wanted to divorce. I suggested therapy, but she said she saw no point since the attraction is gone. We now have 50-50 custody of our kids, and I pay child support alimony since she has no job. She got pregnant by Josh after a hookup. Josh disappeared when she told him about the pregnancy. She was about to give birth soon. She told me last night she wants to give the baby my last name so all kids have the same last name.
No.
I said, that's odd since my name wouldn't be on the birth certificate. She said, that's what I'm saying. You have always been a great dad, and it's cruel that the baby would be left out while the siblings have you.
Just thought about that.
I said, no, and I doubt she legally even can without my consent. I only care about my kids. She said I'm heartless and cruel. After all, these will be my kids' siblings. Am I the asshole?
No.
A few notes. There is 0% chance that I would be the father. I'm black. Josh, like my ex-wife, is Caucasian. I never met him in person. He has blonde hair and blue eyes, so the baby will clearly look so different than me and the kids. I'm not sure why Kelly plans to lie to the poor child about the dad. I'm not trying to be cruel or malicious. I was a complete mess after divorce, heartbroken. After so much therapy, I decided to let her go. I'm now focusing on my kids and our kids and mine, mental health. I am single by choice because I don't think my kids and I are there yet to have a new person in our lives.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know, if she can't use your comb.
She what?
If she can't use your comb.
Well,
You should have thought about that.
yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say, I don't know, some of these stories, I kind of feel bad for the kids though. Like
I always feel bad for the
he
kids.
kind of need to just have the kids because if she ain't got no job, she can't take care of the 2. She gonna have another one. They gonna suffer.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I feel bad for for
Yeah.
his kids. That's terrible.
Let her be the single mom with her one baby,
Correct.
and he can raise the other 3.
And
But the
she
kids
can
still
come
deserve their
visit.
mom, though.
Yeah, but she can visit and do stuff like that.
It's so cruel that their sibling won't have him as a dad.
Well, that's what the mama should have thought about before she got her ass open and had another kid from somebody else.
She was just cleaning around the house. She was doing some fitness.
Well, and
she fell on some eggplant.
Whatever. That's what she get.
It happens.
It does happen.
It happens all the time.
Yep. Actions have consequences.
That's not fair.
Oh, well, we should get over it. If she don't, oh well.
And for our final story.
Okay, final story. Bring it home.
My ex-wife, female 29, keeps asking me to be a part of her kid's life, but won't compensate me, male 32, for my contributions. How can I get her to stop?
I don't even understand what that means.
My ex-wife keeps asking me to be a part of her kid's life, but won't compensate me for my contributions. How can I get her to stop? My ex-wife and I split last June. The court battle was messy, and she ended up asking for full custody of our 2 kids. The whole ordeal was getting very drawn out and ridiculous, so I ended up giving her what she wanted. A couple of months later, she's blowing up my phone, demanding that I still continue to be a part of her kids' lives. I told her that since she wanted full custody, she can deal with raising them herself. It's not that I don't like the kids, but the fact that she keeps trying to manipulate me to pull her weight when she legally has full custody feels like a slap in the face. After numerous texts, calls, and even emails, I blocked her on everything. She ended up driving an hour plus to my mother's house to beg her to get me to spend time with the kids, saying stuff like, since the kids are young, they need the influence of both parents in their lives. If only she thought about that before she got full custody. She keeps saying that I won't have to contribute financially, which isn't the problem because we both have well-paying jobs, but that she just wants me to take them out to eat or something or visit. Like, that would even make a difference. It's still work to drive all the way out there to mess around with the stuff that isn't even my responsibility anymore. I told her over a phone call that if she wants me to expend that much effort and time when I'm already busy, then she needs to compensate me financially. Like I said, the money isn't the issue here. I just feel like if I'm going to have to play the role of the father when I don't even have partial custody, then I shouldn't be doing it for free. It's not my job anymore. That much she's made clear. I'm getting so tired of all the mess and constant harassment via phone call and text. I just want her to leave me alone. I think she's seriously having trouble living with her decisions. How can I resolve the situation? Legally, it should be resolved, but how can I stop her from trying to manipulate me?
I'm confused. He the daddy?
Yeah, he's the dad.
He the blood daddy.
Mm-hmm. But see, she has full custody, so they're not his kids. They're her kids because she has full custody. That's what she wanted. She got what she asked for.
I don't understand why she wants to have that kind of person in their life in the first place.
The comments. Quote, her kids. Are they not your kids too? My bigger question is, why didn't you fight for at least partial custody?
Because he didn't want it.
There are some hidden facts about your posts. Didn't you care to at least have a portion of your time dedicated to your kids?
He don't care about them kids.
You said that you gave her what she wanted, full custody, but I'm reading that you readily gave her full custody and didn't care at all.
Nope. He said, F them kids.
Do you give a shit about your kids at all?
No.
This has to be a troll, right?
No. He don't care about them kids.
This got to be trolling.
No.
This shit got to be trolling.
I believe it's real people like that.
They're not my kids. This shit got to be trolling, fam.
He probably don't want them.
He probably never wanted them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Ooh. She trapped him for his resources. Even though she's not asking for any money whatsoever.
No, but sometimes people have children. They don't want children. Like, I've met people where the mom has nothing to do with the child and the father has 100% of the child and the mom never sees them. Like I the first time I saw them, I'm like, man, that's strange. And I've met like 4 other people where that's the case.
So do you think she should compensate him for spending time with her kids?
I don't think she should have that kind of person in her kid's life. Like, I wouldn't want to bring that kind of person around my kids.
Dirty.
I would never want my kids exposed to that. If anything, it's a blessing that he don't want nothing to do with it. He sounds like a bad human.
You know what? I'm with you. He don't even sound like an asshole. He sounds like a bad human.
Yeah, screw that. I wonder why she's trying so hard.
He's basura.
Yeah.
He's disgusting.
Yeah. Asqueroso.
Damn, dude. Like, they're her kid.
Nope.
Damn. Son.
She got the right to tell him, your daddy ain't shit. That's probably, I would never like tell someone to say that to their kids about their daddy, but that one is true.
So you would never do it, but you would do it.
That's I never thought that would be a case, but that's a case.
These kids are gonna grow up wanting to know why dad isn't around, and you know what? And this is what happens all the time. She's going to make excuses. She's gonna try to not let them see how much of an ass he is.
She should just tell.
Meanwhile, there are good dads, and the moms be like, "Oh, he doesn't care."
They trash him.
Yeah. It's man. Why do these people
put him in therapy and let him know he don't want to see you? He say, "I got 100%." He don't want shit to do with you. He don't want you.
You said she needs to find a therapist.
Well, they need to be some therapy because kids they're gonna think that's about them.
Stop sending everybody to therapy.
Why?
Why send everybody to therapy?
Then he needs therapy.
Wow, who needs therapy?
The kids and her.
Not him.
No, he gone.
He's a lost cause.
He gone.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A case of the exes. X does not mark the spot. None of these exes were treasures.
Exes. I keep thinking, isn't the case of the X? Isn't that a song?
Yeah, by Maya.
Oh, that's what I thought.
I love that song.
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. That's a song.
It's after midnight and she's on your phone. Follow us at Only Black Kids, at Only Black Kids. IG, TikTok, YouTube. New episodes every Wednesday. And if you want to talk shit about your ex and you want to hear what Mrs. Sawyer has to say, email us at asktheblackkids@gmail.com. That's asktheblackkids@gmail.com. Anything you want to say before we close it out?
Nope, not at all.
We will see you next week. Class dismissed.